Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children.
One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
This game is brought to you in part by the
Broadcast your last game of the evening. Coming to you from day 2 of the Pony National World Series. Texas Thunderstix out of San Antonio taking on Team Mexico out of Chihuahua. Ciudad Chihuahua to Chihuahua. Thank you for joining us here on the broadcast. Ruben Rodriguez on the call. Rudy Zamapri Jr. on my left, manning the switcher. Start things off, here, leading things off. The pitcher for the Texas Thunderstix, Angelina Terrazas. Rudy, be joining me for some color commentary. Rudy, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Ruben. Pleasure to be here at this Pony League World Series.
It's been a fun past couple of days here again. So Mexico here, Chihuahua will be the leadoff team or a home team. So Texas Thunderstix will start things off. Texas Thunderstix in the purple and white. Mexico in the traditional green, white, and red trim. So it's an exciting one. We've seen Mexico win these last 2 games. Look at them trying to get three-peat in a sense.
They were pretty, as a whole, I mean, as a whole, they were pretty dominant.
And a bullet of a throw to the first base side in Terrazas.
In that pool play, and just their fielding, Ruben, their fielding is top-notch. And sometimes a routine play, they make it look routine, but it's not.
A hard hit ball over to the third base side, scooped up for 1 down here in the top of the first inning off the leadoff hitter Angelina Terrazas. This brings in on Alicia Guerrero, the third baseman for the Thunderstix, and she shoots one over, and that one will find the gap between third and short, and the Thunderstix will have one on here in the top of the first.
I did see the Thunderstix play day 1. Let's say it was the 18U team. They got off to a hot start in that game.
This brings in Lorena Ramos. Ramos gets the start at shortstop today for the Thunderstix. A hard hit
Double
ball,
play
good stop, double play, and a miscue there on the errant throw to second. And now he's having a chance to score a run as here comes the throw, but it will be well late. And off the errant throw, Ramos will reach third. Guerrero will score all the way from first, and that's 1 run that comes in here for the Thunderstix, and it's 1-0 here for Texas.
Some adversity early, Ruben, for this Mexico team.
Well, the name of the game for softball here, we've seen Mexico, they've been playing the small ball. It's a good way to snap a high ball, 1-0 count. This brings in Heaven Villarreal. She gets the start at first base defensively for the Thunderstix. Runner on third base here for Texas in the form of Lorena Ramos, and a sky pop-up looking to attempt to tag up as will drop dead in front of her. Here comes the throw, and she'll be safe as that throw is just a second too late. All right, an RBI here will score Ramos from third. RBI double here by Heaven Villarreal. Runner on second, 2-0 lead early on here for the Texas Thunderstix over Chihuahua.
A couple errors here and there, and before you know it.
Brings in Destiny Soto.
2 RBIs batted in, Ruben, already? No, there's an error that scored that
one
run.
off the errant throw that brought in Guerrero. She scores off an error. A called strike.
Oh, nice pitch on the inside corner there, but just get it on the inside. See if she goes with the off speed, Ruben, here.
As Luisa Arenal is in the circle for Mexico. One count here on Destiny Soto, the second baseman. Arenales deals, big swing and a miss, and she'll chase after one to go 1-2 on the count. Mexico has been a key factor defensively, and they got some big wins, including a big 8-2 win last night, a few moments ago. This one popped up and will land right beside us.
A souvenir right there, Ruben, for a lucky fan.
And unfortunately, got to return the ball back.
Whatever happened to getting a free soda?
Back in a lot of the little leagues, you turn a foul ball in, you get a free piece of gum, free piece of candy. Guess that rule doesn't work here. 1-2 count at Alice deals, and she'll pop another one up. This one to the first base side, and it's reeled in. Runner stays put at second for out number 2.
Yeah, 2 away now, Ruben, but still that runner on second in scoring position here. Oh, the left-handed batter looks like. Check that right-handed.
F3 in the books gets out number 2.
This
in the top of the first.
Thunderstix team, Ruben, out of San Antonio area.
Our foul ball back to the screen. This brings in Mariah Emery. We started bracket play here with the Crush and the big matchup, getting that big win. Then we had Mexico defeat Mexico 14U. Culiacan 14U defeat the Force 14U. As a slow roller goes foul for the 0-2 count. Had a big comeback win a few moments ago from Culiacan, 16U, and we keep it for our last game of the day here, 16U as well. Texas Thunderstix and Chihuahua, Mexico. Hopper goes foul down the left field line for the 0-2 count as Mariah Emery continues to battle off here in this top of the first inning as the potential final out. A little geography here. Texas Thunderstix out of San Antonio.
Yeah, they made the trip down. And first time in the city of McAllen, Ruben, hosting the Pony League. It's a big deal for this area, Ruben, to host this.
And you get a clash of cultures here. I know we have multiple teams from Mexico, from Mexicali, Baja California, Culiacan, Sinaloa, Distrito Federal, Mexico City.
How far is that state, Ruben? Sinaloa.
Culiacan, Sinaloa. I was actually talking to some fans. If you're flying, it's about a 2-3 hour flight, but good stop by the third baseman, and they're going to rule it foul.
Yeah, because I looked it up on Google Maps, and that was a good distance. It was on the off the shore, it looked like, off the coast there on the other side of Mexico, on the, I want to say the left side. Chihuahua,
across from Texas here, the first major border city you see from across Texas, from El Paso, would be Ciudad Juarez. Then you follow that highway south and you reach Ciudad Chihuahua, where this team is located from, as the throw to first. So we'll talk more about the geography about in a second, but they'll get that final out here. But 2 runs come in for the Texas Thunderstix. Chihuahua comes up to bat in the bottom of the first here on Real Sports Live's coverage of the Pony International World Series. Don't go anywhere.
What's up? A locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the concession stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the concession stand. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are La Vida, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
We are the Orange Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Rodolfo Vegas, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I helped to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps.
And so we were talking, welcome back here, working the broadcast. Celia Medrano, third baseman, will start things off, followed by Valera Rodriguez.
Left-handed batter looks like coming in, Ruben.
Lefty third baseman. And we were talking earlier, Chihuahua. So Ciudad Chihuahua, that's a pretty good drive. We're talking about Culiacan, Sinaloa. That's a 17-hour bus ride. So if you're driving here to get to McAllen from Chihuahua, it's about an 11-hour drive. So you pretty much, if you want to go to Oklahoma, in a sense, from the Rio Grande Valley. You know, of course, San Antonio, 4 hours away from the RGB. You're seeing an exciting event to come here to the Rio Grande Valley because we get to see a clash of cultures.
Yeah, well, when I heard about it, first heard about it, I was like, there's no way. And sure enough, all the teams came down, and it's just, for McAllen, I've never heard of an event like this be here in McAllen. And hopefully it's, you know.
In my baseball days, when we had a tournament, big tournament like this, it'd be like in California or something, and a hard hit fly ball out to the left.
Yeah, right in our backyard. It's an honor. And it's fun to be here and do this, Ruben.
Yeah, because we get to experience different cultures here. We got fans, and fans from Mexico come in. They bring the noisemakers. Everyone brings the noisemakers.
As far as like competition-wise, it's top notch.
Now we have some college recruiters here. There's a foul ball goes back. That's Valera Rodriguez, the catcher. And yeah, you get to experience different levels of play. We were saying earlier on one of the broadcasts, they were saying that Mexico has a small ball in a sense. They like to play slow and steady. We got teams like from Czech Republic even come too. We got to see their play style here all the way from Europe. Called strike 0-2 count on Valeria Rodriguez.
Thunderstix out to an early lead here, Ruben.
Hits this one over to the shortstop, long throw to first, they get it.
It's a 2 away now.
6-3 ground out in the book, good stop there by the shortstop. Lorena Ramos connecting to the first baseman, Heaven Villarreal. So 2 down, this brings up Dulce Ontiverios, the DP.
If she can get on, they have the cleanup batter on deck here.
It's a called strike to start off her first at bat.
We've seen a tight strike zone throughout the day, Ruben.
Angelina Terraza's in the circle here for the Thunderstix. She's been keeping her eye on the zone. She's been painting the zone pretty good. The 1-1 count here. Big swing and a miss on a 1-2 count, but a pretty good matchup in terms of skill level. I know we saw Texas pick up 2 runs in that top of the first off errors, but what we've seen so far in this tournament, don't count anyone out. We've seen comebacks. We just saw a comeback happen a few moments ago, and a pass ball upstairs evens up the count at 2-2.
Yeah, on that comeback earlier, all the momentum shifted to them after the break. Two.
This ball hit over to left field. It's reeled in. A fly out, a ground out, and a fly out will do it. 3 up, 3 down. 1 complete inning here in McAllen. Texas leads 2-0 over Chihuahua. You're watching Real Sports Live. Don't go anywhere.
A fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
When excellence in academics needs to in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond. We are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis.
F1 in the book. We'll do it here in the bottom of the first inning. Georgia Vergara, the right fielder, digging in. Upstairs evens up the count at 1-1. We start off the bottom of the first inning, or top of the second inning, excuse me. Top of the second, and a 1-1 count after Aaron Piedra flies out to the pitcher back to the circle. Get one down here. 1 ball, 1 strike for Vergara, and that one missing for the 2-1 count. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 down. Now 3 balls, 1 strike here for Georgia Vergara, the right fielder for the Texas Thunderstix out of San Antonio. You fans tuning in from the Alamo City, welcome to the broadcast. 3-1 count, here comes the pitch. This one fouled down the right field line into the screen for the 3-2 full count. Three-two count. Ardenal is in the circle again. That one low and another walk. A 1 down, runner on first. Vergara goes on down the first. So on a walk, Vergara reaches first with 1 down here in the top of the second. Brings in hitter number 9, the order, Leon Aguilar. He's chasing after one. Go down this one. Foul for an 0-2 count. And hitter number 9, the order was 7-8-9 due up. Piedra flies out back to the pitcher. Vergara walks, and now Leon Aguilar here, the center fielder, hitter number 9 in the lineup. Throw back to first on the pickoff. So the 1-2 count, and they nearly catch out number 2 on a stolen base attempt. Vergara just makes it back to the bag at first in time. You see Peña over at first, Solis in right field for Mexico. Ardenal again in the circle, slow roller to the shortstop. No double play, but the throw to first, and it's off the bag. Runners will stay put as here comes the and a ruler safe over at first. So Georgia Vergara moves all the way down to third. Puts runners on the corners here for Texas. Aguilar will reach first off the errant throw. Gets stopped there by the shortstop. Back to the top of the order. Angelina Terrazas went down on a 5-3 ground out to start off the ball game. 1 out, runners on the corners for Texas. Arenales set the deal off. Here's the first pitch. This one hit hard and finds the gap for an RBI. And 1 run will come in here for the Thunderstix as Terrazas collects an RBI single. Aguilar goes to second. Vergara scores from third. Off the RBI single, puts runners at first and second for Texas, and it's a 3-0 lead for the Thundersticks here in the top of the second inning. Throw off on down as both runners steal, and that puts two runners in scoring position. Terrazas goes over to second. Aguilar goes over to third, so the fourth run of the game now at third base, the fifth at second. Here as Alicia Guerrero comes in and she fouls one back. Good stop on the down one for the 2-1. Foul ball goes down the right field line.
Classics, Tejano.
Who count Arenales. Going to get her first strikeout. This one hit hard into the gap, and great grab made by the center fielder. That gets out number 2. As the runner stayed put. As a net fate in the books gets out number 2 here in the top of the second inning. Brings in the shortstop, Lorena Ramos. Runners on second and third with 2 down. Hits just low and inside for the 1-0 count. And as the sun starting to set here in McAllen after a very scorching hot day of temperatures in the triple digits. Temperature now a comfortable 82 degrees. I'll even in the high 70s with this breeze coming in. Good softball weather in McAllen as the 1-0 count. This one popped up and playable and will take a bounce off the screen. Called strike on a close one, just finds the inside portion of the zone for the 1-2 count. One-two count. And this one hit hard out to foul territory. Third base side trying to get in. She makes the grab in foul territory. F5 in the books. One more run comes in off an RBI single by Angelina Terrazas, scoring in Vergara from third. 1.5 complete. Texas leads Mexico 3-0 here on Real Sports Live.
For you, forever memories. 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We're the Lady Cougars and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sun rises and sets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
We are the Harlingen Lady Cardinals and you're watching Real Sports Live.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education, from pre-K3 to early college.
Real Sports Live, bottom of the second inning. Texas looks to get something going offensively here as Mexico steps up to bat. Mayana Frias Sanchez starts things off, followed by Regina Rodriguez Ramirez and Marisol Magallanes. 4-5-6 in the bottom of the second inning. And it's a called strike to even up the count at 1-1. Mayana Sanchez, Regina Rodriguez, and Marisol Magallanes. Laid down, bunt goes foul. Or the 1-2 count. Well, trying to get something going, 1-2 count. This ball hit hard, but fouled down the left field line, out of play. All 2-2 count. A called strike 3. Erastas collects her first strikeout. That's just Sanchez looking for one down here in the bottom of the second inning. Hard hit ball, and that one falls into the right fielder's glove for out number 2. As Regina Rodriguez Ramirez goes down with an F9 in the books. Marisol Magallanes now comes in. On the 1-0 count, Texas holding their own here defensively. Mexico trying to get a rally started. Hard hit ball, and that one gets under the glove of the third baseman. Shortstop makes the throw, and it comes late. Missed scoop by the first baseman, and they're not going to try to test it. She'll stay put over at first, so Magallanes reaches first off an errant throw. Ball gets under the glove of the third baseman, but shortstop comes in to back her up and makes a good throw, but just a bit too low for the first baseman for the scoop. That puts a runner on here with 2 down in the bottom half of the second inning. Brings in Marisol Peña. Peña, the first baseman here for Team Chihuahua out of Mexico. Still interesting method here by Peña, going with turf shoes. She pops one up. This one playable by the first baseman, and it's reeled in foul territory. So runner left stranded on first for Mexico, as good play by the first baseman. Evan Villarreal reels it in foul territory. F3 in the books, 2 complete. Texas holds on to the 3-0 lead here on Real Sports Live. Don't go anywhere.
District has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children. One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
We're the Harlingen South Lady Hawks, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Hawks up!
When excellence in academics meets discovery.
Top of the third, we start things off with Heaven Verdial with a missile down the middle of the center field. Here comes a long throw to first. And she just beats the throw as Marisol Peña dragged off the back, but there's no doubting if she was had her foot on first, that would have been an out. Center fielder displaying her cannon of an arm. Verdial gets on board at first. Brings in Destiny Soto. She flew out to the first baseman for out number 2 in the top of the first. A called strike as Arenal is in the circle here for Mexico. Luisa Arenales. Throw back to first on a pickoff as a ball for the 1-1 count. Top of the third inning. Called strike here again. Luisa Arenal is in the circle for Mexico. Looking for her first strikeout. She's already allowed 3 runs to come in. 4 hits as well. Has only walked 1 so far. Swing and a miss, strike 3 called. She'll collect her first strikeout and gets 1 away. So again, Luisa Arenal is in the circle for Mexico, picks up her first strikeout. She's allowed 4 hits and has walked 1 and 3 runs to come in. Brings in Mariah Emery, went down in the 6-3 ground out. It's missing for the ball, 1-0 count. This ball hit hard over the right field. Good grab made by the right fielder. Karime Solis out and right, had to leap a bit to make that out. That gets out number 2 here in the bottom half of the third inning. On top of the third inning, excuse me. 2 down, this brings in Erin Piedra. And she'll pop one up over to the left field, or second base side, excuse me. That one reeled in by the second baseman. 3 up, 3 down after a leadoff hit. Go now here to the top of the bottom of the third inning here on Real Sports Live. Don't go anywhere.
In the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
We're the Ray Texans, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We envision that San Perlita ISD will help our students acquire the necessary knowledge, communication, and problem-solving skills through a variety of educational and social experiences to become productive citizens in our global society. Be a part of the change to help create a community where we guide each other to our unlimited potential.
We are Santa Rosa and you're watching Real Sports Live.
The most important moments in a child's life happen in their earliest years. Having a strong early childhood education enhances their future and success. That's why we are opening the Harlingen CISD Early Childhood Academy for pre-K students. At HCISD,
back to the broadcast here on Real Sports Live for those tuning in from Chihuahua. Bienvenidos a la transmisión. Cerrando la tercera entrada aquí en vivo desde McAllen, Texas para la Serie Internacional de Pony. Toque va foul. Yo, one count here. Again, thank you for joining us. Wherever you're watching from San Antonio, hello. Welcome to the Rio Grande Valley's broadcast here on Real Sports Live on YouTube and Facebook. Pony World Series coverage will continue tomorrow through Sunday. Karime Solis, Mariana Cisneros, Leah Medrano, 8-9-1 due up as another bunt ghost foul here by Solis. Another foul ball, so 2 bunts and a foul ball down the left field line for Karime Solis. Selena Terraza so far. Big swing and a miss, strike 3 called. Strikeout number 2 here for Angelina Terrazas, who just picked up her second strikeout. Has not allowed a hit. She only allowed a runner on first off an error, but 2 strikeouts. No runs allowed, no walks allowed, no hits. So she continues her dominant presence in the circle for the Texas Thunderstix. This is for the ball, 1-0 count here on hitter number 9 in the order, the center fielder Mariana Cisneros. Cisneros lifts one high over the center field side, and it's reeled in. That puts 2 down, so out number 2 comes in off an F8 off Mariana Cisneros. And we've mentioned today that the heat and wind have played a factor in this ballpark. And Liana Aguilar having to move and shift a bit to her left to make that play. And another pop-up over, this time to the right field side. And that one pops out of her glove. And Medrano will get on board.
Yeah, Ruben, you talked about heat earlier. Definitely a factor.
Rudy Zamaripa Jr. joining us back on the broadcast. And Rudy, it's been a very hot past few days. I know we're under 10, but we've seen temperatures in the triple digits so far.
Oh, it's hot out here in Texas. In general, Ruben, it's hot every day, honestly. Something I think we've grown used to down here in the valley.
Running on first here.
But right now, Ruben, the heat's not a factor. It's beautiful. Sun's going down.
Throw off to second and a bit too low.
Now Mexico is runner in scoring position. Now Ruben, hopefully, can use that to their advantage.
It's been a shaky few couple innings here, and 3 runs coming in so far for Texas. Terrazas has been dominant on the mound as
that
called
outside corner, Ruben. Wow, what a pitch!
Called strike, evens it up at 1-1. Terrazas on the 1-1. Low and away for the 2-1 count. We mentioned Terrazas earlier. She's only allowed 1 hit so far. That was off Aliyah Medrano. She's recorded 2 strikeouts, again allowed 1 hit, no runs, hasn't walked a single hitter so far as we've already flipped the lineup.
Her defense behind her, Ruben, it's been doing an outstanding job.
1-1 count. Chopper just gets away. Second baseman bobbles it. A chance here for Mexico to get something going. Rodriguez will get to first, and Medrano goes to third.
Ruben, the first time we've seen, really in this game, she has to deal with some pressure on these base pads.
Mexico starting to make some noise. They've been the comeback queens in a sense. Pulled off a comeback last game, and the game before against the Force is a called strike and a stolen base to go along with it.
Yeah, they'll grab second rather easily.
So make that 2 runs in scoring position with the tying run at the plate in the form of Dulce Ontiveros, who's 0 for 1 today.
Yeah.
And she shoots one out to left. This one has a chance, and it's in the glove of the left fielder.
Big out, Ruben, to leave those runners stranded.
Erin Piedra makes a crucial catch out in left field, and a great play here as that shuts down the Mexican rally. And after 3 complete, Texas holds on to the 3-0 lead going to the top of the 4th here on Real Sports Live. Don't go anywhere.
Youngest learners to foster their imagination and let their curiosity run while they develop their love for learning. These are the early steps to success, and Harlingen CISD is with them every step of the way.
We are Edinburgh Villa and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
We are La Villa and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Uniforms, etc., you're gonna find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more.
Top of the 4th inning here on Real Sports Live. Thank you for joining us in a called strike on Georgia Vergara. Ruben Rodriguez on the call. Rudy Zamaripa Jr. to my left on the switcher, and on the color commentary, Rudy. Mexico's been making some noise here, but Texas has managed to hold them down.
Yeah, that last inning we saw them get pressure on the base pads, but basically a 2-out rally came to an end on that pop fly.
And Georgia Vergara, who walked in the top of the 2nd, scored the 3rd run off an RBI by Terrazas. Pitch upstairs for the 2-1.
This Thunderstix team, a patient approach at the plate, waiting for the pitch and eventually sending it.
Constantly held their own defensively too. Well, they have a lot of aggression. They are very aggressive on their hitting, but on their fielding, they're very coordinated and calm and collected.
We've seen a little bit of that today. I mean, defense behind the pitcher, it's been top notch.
Our last 3 games of bracket play, Texas 2-0. Mexico 2-0 against Texas teams in this bracket play day 1. And swing and a miss, strike 3 called. Strikeout number 2 here for Luis Arenales, as out number 1 falls in the top of the 4th, and Vergara will go 0-for-1 with a strikeout and a walk. Brings in Liana Aguilar, the center fielder, and made a good grab again. She had to fight the wind a bit again. We mentioned earlier, wind been playing a key factor. Gusts in the low 20s or high 30s. Very windy last couple of days here in the Rio Grande Valley. Had our tent almost fly out in center field. Good called strikeout on Liana Aguilar. Aguilar reached first off an errant throw in the top of the 2nd. 0-1. Foul back 0-2. Now Arenales is starting to regain her composure on the mound after a very shaky first couple of innings here. She already had 3 up, 3 down. She allowed a hit in the top of the 3rd and got 3 consecutive outs, including her first strikeout. She just got her 2nd strikeout off Vergara a few moments ago, and now has Aguilar behind on the 0-2 count.
She went with an off-speed last strikeout. Try to go inside corner there, Ruben. Nice spot to put the ball, but
yeah, one common thing I've noticed from covering baseball and softball, and pitchers, they always like to find the corners. A high inside corner, high outside, low inside, low outside. It's like very tricky spot to get a strike in.
Look in the paint.
She's looking.
I was upstairs and inside, so.
And inside again. Those corners just on the zone that proved to be a tempting target for pitchers.
Yeah, with 2 strikes too, it looks like she's protecting too. So.
And also very tricky on the batters too, because you hold off. Okay, this might be my one. Looks a little outside. It could be called a strike on you. You never know. Yeah. 0-2 count here on Aguilar.
That was a good no call there. I mean, that pitch was upstairs and it outside.
Yeah, just plays key. You get 3 factors here again. The corners prove to be a good target, but it's a nightmare if you're a hitter, and for the and if you're a pitcher, it's a nightmare too. You can't tell if it's gonna be called a ball or a strike. Depends on the umpire.
It depends. It does, because you've seen umpires have bigger strike zone.
1-2 count here on Aguilar. They're going to reach first once again. 1-2 count. Luisa Arenado is looking for her third strikeout, her second consecutive as she waits her sign from her catcher. Deals in the 1-2. Got her swinging, strike 3.
Oh, she's in the zone, Ruben.
And it takes a while for those pitches to come into play, but then we just see Soto gets her first strikeout. Luisa Arenado gets her first strikeout on Soto on the top of the third. Now she has 2 strikeouts in order and 3 total on the night.
Yeah, she's laser focused right now, Ruben.
Hard hit ball to the third base side. Long throw to first. A bullet over on a 5-3 ground out.
Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings, huh?
Back 1-2-3 innings. Bottom of the 4th. Mexico looking to carry this confidence into the offense. You're watching Real Sports Live. Don't go anywhere.
Support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
I love what I do. I
love
really
what
do.
I'm doing. I love children. One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and...
Real Sports Live, a college strike here. So Diana Frias Sanchez, Regina Rodriguez Ramirez, and Marisol Magallanes, 4, 5, 6 due up in the bottom half of the 4th. 0-1 count. This ball shot back over to Terrazas. Hopper throw to first. They get it. 1-3 ground out, gets one away here.
And she's on the other side in the circle. She's been in the zone as well, Ruben, all game.
Both pitchers starting to find their grooves here. I know we had Luisa Arenado. She picked up her 3rd strikeout, 2 back-to-back in this top half of the 4th inning, and now we're just seeing that confidence starting to boil in it. But again, yeah, the score says 3-0, but both pitchers have been red hot so far.
As of late, yes, but I would say this pitcher here he's been the consistent pitcher throughout. Did have trouble last inning, but again, her defense behind her, backing her up.
Now we saw 2 hits back-to-back come in for Chihuahua. Medrano Rodriguez get on board, and the fly out does it. And a good hit just gets under the glove of the 3rd baseman by Regina Rodriguez. She'll get on board with a single.
Again, back-to-back innings, we've seen Mexico get on base.
Yeah, we said it earlier, they're the comeback queens. They've had comeback wins these last 2 matchups in bracket play. You know, the first matchup you covered, Rudy, was between 2 RGB teams.
It was the 2 Mexico teams, 14-2 going at it.
Yeah, the first game, the opening game we did, the opening pool play game, the one Rudy took over, and it was 2 Texas teams going at it, 2 Valley teams, the Crush going at it.
Looks like a sub and Ortiz in the bat room. Ortiz in for number 2, I think.
Victoria Ortiz digging in. Here comes the throw off to second, and it's off target. A stolen base here successfully for Regina Rodriguez Ramirez.
Just 1 out, Ruben.
1 out.
Still in business here.
So Victoria Ortiz digging in.
Can they get some offense, Ruben? Going.
And we've seen this common trend so far from Mexico. When they're about to hit midway, they clear the lineup once, they flip it over, they're about to hit the 5th hitter, 6th hitter for the 2nd time. They start going to their subs to keep their power hitters that cool and collected in a sense. Shown bunt by Ortiz. That one will just go foul as it was just rolling down the line. We know we had a call like that earlier in our matchup between Arsenal and Culiacan in the 16U matchup. Victoria Ortiz trying to get something going here from Mexico. Runner on second, hard hit ball, finds the gap in center field. And they're gonna hold her at third. And a smart play by Mexico. And she's gonna try to go for two as
they'll give her that second base. Trying to tempt her in that throw.
As Rodriguez Ramirez reaches third and Ortiz catches the defense asleep and she'll move on down over to second. So
2 hits right down that.
So on what would have been a single, now a double, pretty much for Chihuahua.
Turns a single into a double, yeah. It looks like there's a protest here going on. You think they're talking about the pitcher's motion here?
Yeah, probably. I know we see. I know in baseball we have the balk every now and a balk where legal move.
Coach here is talking about.
You're discussing something or a possible just meeting in the circle. You never know it because we've seen Terasa. She's maintained her composure so far, but starting to slip away from her in a bit here so far.
They see the first baseline coach talking about it.
Now in comes Marisol Peña. She's about to hit.
I think they're pointing out that pitching motion. I haven't seen anything wrong with the pitching motion.
Oh, Terasa has been spot on so far. We haven't seen a lot of errors from her so far, just 1 or 2 errors by the defense. And right now, the tying run at the plate in the form of Marisol Peña for Mexico. Can we see some sparks fly? The Mexican faithful here making some noise.
We're starting to see this chess match between the two coaches. And situations, the situation right here we're in right now, 1 out.
And so you got Rodriguez at third, Ortiz at second on what would have been a routine single. She goes for 2 after the defense having a little miscommunication, takes advantage of it.
Tying run, Ruben, at the plate.
Evens up the count at 1-1 and a high and outside ball. Marisol Peña again at the plate. The tying run we mentioned earlier, she flew out to the first baseman. It hit out number 3 in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And the Mexican fans here making some noise. Got the noise anchors on. And a high ball just missing.
Well, you feel that momentum, Ruben. It's shifting all right.
We see here now. Must be the tide starting to change.
Yeah, you can definitely shift it. You feel it, excuse me.
A good swing, and they get her to chase on the 2-1 count, folks. A really big matchup. You can feel the energy picking up a bit here at the ballpark. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down here.
See what she goes to here in this spot.
Rasas, the 2-2. This ball popped up. A chance to drop, and it does. Rodriguez coming in from third. She'll make it. Another run coming in, and she's safe at second. Safe at home, excuse me. Run that one back, and a runner safe at second, runner safe at home too. So said she was safe at second because she made it there, but they had to throw to home instead, and she comes in.
Look at this slide. I mean, under the tag. Thing of beauty here, right here.
Just managed to beat the tag. What a close play.
The ball did get to the catcher first, but the slide was beautiful.
The slide played a key factor. So again, we said she's safe at second because she did make it. So that's a 2 RBI as Ortiz scored all the way. Now 3-2 game here.
Just like that. Just go ahead, run.
Laid down bunt, picked up. No throw be made, and the rally's starting to take place for Mexico.
And the fans going crazy, Ruben. It's like it's been building the whole game. It's finally come out, and we're finally cheering here.
Peña moves over to third. Again, Ortiz scored from third off that 2 RBI.
Oh, the go-ahead run.
Marisol Peña now meeting in the circle. Runners at the corners here. The go-ahead run at first, the tying run at third.
See the fans there, Ruben, making noise.
So fans here making some noise. The Chihuahua dugout rallying behind.
Momentum has shifted, but I mean, it's still a lead, and they still have an out to play with. You know, Texas still can get out of this inning, Ruben.
And Texas comeback has been the story all night for the Mexican squads.
And Again, they're snag a base there.
And a stolen base. A called strike will be played.
And that really puts pressure on the pitcher, Ruben, with runners now in scoring position at second and third.
So tying run at third, go ahead run at second. Yo, 1 count. Oh, popped up. And that gets off the glove, and it's going to be called foul.
Yeah.
Thunderstix dodge a bullet there. Major bullet.
Ball hung in there a little too long. On deck here.
As Mariana Cisneros coming in. Again, folks, so where we stand, tying run at third in the form of Marisol Peña. Karima Solis at second base, the go-ahead run. Bunted on to get on board, moved the runner from second to third, and she stole second.
RBI should score that run from second, or the base hit, excuse me.
Swing and a miss.
Big strike, Ruben. Big out.
Strike out number 3 here for Terrazas, and it's a big one. This brings up the top of the order, Aaliyah Medrano. She's gonna hit her last at bat. She shoots one down the middle. Good stop there by the shortstop. Throw to first, they get it.
And a big out, Ruben, to hang on to that lead. What a play.
And Texas gets out of it. And they'll survive the comeback attempt. Don't know this is the ball game.
I don't think it is yet.
Okay,
Ruben.
confirmation yet,
We
but
still
replay
have
here.
minutes, so. We have about 20 minutes left, actually.
Still have time, but we'll look at the replay here before we go. Good stop there by the shortstop for the Thunderstix. Lorena Ramos gets up, quickly fires it off to first, and they get the out. But nevertheless, the tide has changed. Mexico looking to turn this around.
Right, it has changed, but they still have a lead, Ruben. 3-2 ball game, a low-scoring game.
And top of the 5th inning. And fun fact, the first time we see a game today go to the 5th inning. Interesting factor here again.
Let's see if their pitching can.
So now we look at a little scenario here, Grudy. You're Mexico, you're going back into defense. You're in the top of the 5th. You just got big 2 runs. You carry that momentum from the offense into the defense. And if you're Chihuahua, use that defense to ride up, especially off Luis Arenales, who picked up 2 straight strikeouts and had back-to-back 3 up, 3 down here. We start things off in the top of the 5th inning. And Alicia Guerrero digs in. And a hard hit line drive back up to Arenales.
First pitch swung on.
And she instantly calls one out. Look at the replay here.
We saw them practicing that earlier, Ruben. And that situation right there, the ball coming back at you. Practice makes perfect, Ruben.
Hard hit ball using the height to the advantage. So 1 down. This one skied out to left field. Field coming in. And that one off her glove, recovers. Fires it off to first.
Tough play on the run there, Ruben.
And a lot of these outfielders have had trouble because they're chasing the ball. You think it's going to drop. We have the wind blowing into the infield, and that messes with the ball's path.
I remember in my church league softball, I made a couple errors like that, Ruben.
Made a few like that in baseball myself, Rudy, especially on these windy days. Throw back off to first. 1-0 count. Again, we're talking about Mexico. You get big 2 runs here in the bottom of the 4th. You have to carry that rally into the top of the 5th inning defensively, and Arenales got it started off the huge line drive back to her.
Well, we saw Mexico last 2 innings go 1-2-3, so trying to do the same here.
Nice called strike there on Heaven Villarreal. Villarreal, the first baseman. She needs some damage. She's 2 for 2 tonight. She has an RBI double and a single under her books in the top of the 1st and in the top of the 3rd.
See if this Texas team can calm down and get their offense going again.
Feel a surge of urgency, a surge of pressure as ball brought down by Rodriguez from 2-1.
Definitely some urgency on their side.
That's where teams need to be careful because the urgency turns into pressure. Hard hit fly ball and will go foul. And the count will go full here on Heaven Villarreal.
Villarreal working with that runner on first. Another big spot for this Texas team.
3-2 count on Anales. Got her swinging. Strike 3. And make that strikeout number 4 here for Luisa Anales, who's been on a dominant tear so far in the circle here for Chihuahua.
Is that 8 in a row retired? Well, not in a row. What are the last 10 batters? 8?
Starting off with, if we go back to the top of the third with Virial, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 in a row. And then that runner
Out of the 9 hitters she's faced, she's gone 8 out of the 9 out.
Retired, yeah.
Retired 8 of the 9 hitters, including almost here. So 2 down, brings in Soto.
Check swing though.
Getting a word that there's a new hitter coming in.
Subs off the bench, trying to spark this offense, Ruben.
Hard hit ball goes foul down the line. So again, we have a new hitter coming in play here.
That was her pitch right there. It was just a bit off speed, but just behind on that pitch.
And that's Maggie Maddox, who's batting currently here for Texas.
Maddox, first time stepping in, Ruben.
Sub coming in for the Texas Thunderstix.
He looks ready to go.
We need to be careful here because, again, that sense of urgency can turn into pressure.
Especially on
hard hit ball, good stop, picked up on a bobbled liner to first, and they get the out.
Mexico, chance to take the lead, Ruben, as time looks to be expiring. It looks like 15 minutes.
Top of the 5th inning here. Maddox goes down to the 1-3. So again,
Mexico 12 minutes left.
We mentioned earlier here in the top of the 5th inning, starting from the top of the 3rd, the last 10 batters that Luisa Anales has faced, she's retired 9 of them, only allowed 1 hit. That was Lena Ramos in the top of the 5th inning on the second hitter she faced in this top of the 5th. And
it was the pitching early and then the defense early that gave up this lead, and then took them a while to settle in that 3rd. But here we are, a 3-2 game. It's up for grabs. It's anyone's game, really, Ruben.
Yeah, so just to confirm that once again, 10 hitters she's faced, 9 have been retired. Again, she's picked up 4 strikeouts already so far. 3 strikeouts in the last 2 innings.
On the other end, the pitching for this Texas team, been top-notch as well.
We talked about the squad here. That was the Texas Thunderstix, who are maintaining control still, but again, Mexico's been answering back the change of pace. But look at here, Angelina Terraza, she's maintained her own tempo on the mound already with 3 strikeouts, and she's got it done offensively too.
Last inning, Ruben, it was only 1 out for Texas, and they found a way to get out of the inning and hang on to this lead. And if they go on to win this game, we're going to look back at that, and it's a key moment in this game.
Terrazas out of Texas, 3 strikeouts. Currently sits at 1 for 3, but she has a huge RBI and got the rally sparked up early for the Thunderstix in the earlier parts of the ball game. Here we are, bottom of the 5th inning. It's set to be an exciting one.
As we wind down here in the back end of this game, offense needs to come right now, Ruben, if Mexico wants to have a chance at winning this game.
Now we're getting some confirmation here now as a quick timeout. You're watching Real Sports Live. Don't go anywhere.
Visit the website today. Island Services.
We are the Harlingen Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Rodo Rodriguez, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
We're Los Redskins calling by, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records.
DeVelo hits one down the middle. Good pickup by third baseman, and she slides in safe at first. My DeVelo sub enters the game, and she makes her presence felt early on.
Talk about that slide, Ruben. Woo-wee.
Go to the replay here as we were coming back from commercial break.
Right out of the break, too. Looks like something they talked about in that huddle.
Interesting play call.
Look at this slide.
Low slide there on a slow roller.
That's big time, Ruben. That's the tying run on first now.
Now this brings us here to Dulce Ontiverio's 0 for 2 on flyouts to left field. Runner gonna go, throw wide off target. She's gonna get the assignment to go third. And that's bobbled, and she'll make it all the way to third.
For a second there, I thought they were gonna send her home. But no out, Ruben. The go-ahead run now at the plate.
So the errant throw, tying run at third in the form of Mike DeVelo.
And talk about timing, Ruben. Just 8 minutes left in the game.
Pretty much here. Mexico gets the go-ahead run. That's a walk-off win.
Yeah.
A tying run at third in the form of Mike DeVelo. Laid down a slow roller, and she.
A new batter, and it's a re-entry, she said.
Dulce Ontiverio, she's 0 for 2 tonight. Runner on third. Terasa's trying to maintain her composure. She's been electric so far for the Thunderstix. And a hard pop-up. That one being carried by the wind, and it will drop. And they'll keep everyone safe.
The rally continues here with no outs. And again, noise being made over there on that Mexico side.
Rudy, it's just a matter of holding her own here. Things starting to fall apart for the Texas Thunderstix.
Right, it's timely hitting is what it is.
Timely hitting and just pressure starts to contribute, mixing a key factor, but we've seen this time and time again. Domino theory, they all start to fall. As runner gonna go, here comes a late throw to second, and they won't even reach second.
Yeah, because we got that runner at third waiting to go. But the thing is, Ruben, they still have a lead, even all this stuff going on for Texas.
1-0 count, runners at second and third, and
just fouled off.
Diana Frias Sanchez 0 for 2.
Probably Mexico's last at bat, so.
Yeah, you mentioned Rudy earlier, we're running low on time, so this is pretty much the last inning in a sense. Here are those fans out on the line. And you have the other Mexican teams here in rally showing support.
Yeah.
1-0 count.
Just ahead on that pitch, Ruben. Second time he's seen it, laced down the third baseline.
So Sanchez needs to be careful. Again, this will plays a key factor. She's 0 for 2, so now the urgency feels, hey, I'm 0 for 2. I need to contribute. I need to do something in this game. I need to get into this game. It starts to mix in, and she can get a little bit ahead of herself. Little antsy is the 0-2. And that gets a piece of her, and that's going to load up the bases.
Yeah, took the hit there on the shoulder, and he looks to be all right, Ruben. Just have to walk it off a little bit. But no out, bases loaded. Talk about a situation to be in.
The first hit by pitch of the game. This brings in Regina Rodriguez Ramirez, who came around and scored the second run.
Rodriguez had some timely hitting earlier. And she's batting the 44 jersey.
Ortiz scored the first run in the bottom of the fourth. Rodriguez scored. Bases loaded, here we go.
What a pitch inside corner.
Folks, if you're just tuning in, thank you for joining us. An interesting night here. No better way to wrap up day one coverage.
Timeout here, Ruben.
A timeout called. We'll take one here as well. Bases loaded. Coming up to bat once again, Regina Rodriguez Ramirez. And keep it here for you, and we'll tell you what we've seen so far. And it was that bottom of the fourth that saw those 2 runs come in, Rudy.
Yeah, and both teams talking strategy here. And the upper hand has to go to Mexico right now. No outs, bases loaded. I mean, unless we see a double play, Mexico in business.
And we talk about softball being a chess match. This is a perfect example of it.
This is an example right here. Both coaches' strategy. We saw a bunt by the first batter that came up, and it was successful, and kind of took the defense off guard.
Again, now here again, this is a crucial stage in the game, so whether you're Texas, whether you're Mexico, anything you do can have a crucial impact in this game. All gets away, and runners all deciding to go, but holds off with a 2-0 count.
Yeah, I don't expect them going right now at this spot.
Again, we saw Texas hold down that rally by Mexico in the bottom of the third, but then in the bottom of the fourth, the 2 runs come in. A hard hit ball. Good stop. 1 run will score. Double play attempt.
Oh, safe.
Safe at first. And the tying run comes in.
Big play there, Ruben.
They play a hard hit ball.
All this momentum finally gets into a tie game. And still 1 out, runner on third. Actually, runners on the corners, Ruben.
So Ontiveros goes to third. Bello will score from third for run number 3.
Another steal here. Not even attempting that throw the second. In less than 5 minutes, Ruben. This game going down to the wire. Looks like a balk, Ruben.
Oh.
Had a balk call.
On call here, so.
Looks like.
Ortiz goes to first, now loads up the bases one more time.
And Ruben, we saw them talking about that earlier, and we talked about the chess match earlier. Paid off there on that spot. First time we've seen a balk today, Ruben. See coach there working the blue there, Ruben, and he's been working him all game, Ruben.
Janine Loya coming in and called strike.
Able to get a strike back.
So Janine Loya here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-2 count. All hit up. Here comes the throw to home, and it's safe. And that's the ball game here. 2 runs will come in. Rescue here. Now we have a player down. 2 runs come in for Mexico. We'll go to commercial break here. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Today,
the Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD.
in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past? First pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Real Sports Live, Mexico pulls off a comeback, and that's been the story all week, all day if you will. In an electric game here over the Texas Thunderstix, 5-3. We welcome you to the postgame show here, presented by Oli Gonzalez, Josh Moody Loans, San Benito EDC, and San Padre Island. Find your trip at SoPadre.com. So Chihuahua 16U gets a big win, an electric win here, and for all you tuned in from the Alamo City, from Chihuahua, unidos a esta transmisión aquí en nuestro resumen del juego, un juego grande, 5-3, Chihuahua le vence a Texas. Texas gets a big upset here in 5-3 as Mexico comes out to win 5-3 in 5 innings. We'll give you a recap of what we've seen so far. So Leah Medrano will go 1 for 2. So it was that bottom of the 3rd inning, or that top of the 3rd, excuse me, where that rally began to change here for Mexico defensively. We saw those hit allowed by Mexico, and then Three straight outs, including strikeout number 1 here for Luisa Arenales, who pitched perfectly. She's our player of the game. More strikeouts and turned the tempo. Argina Vergara goes out in a strikeout. Liana Aguilera goes out. So again, that was Ana waiting to see out of the last 10 batters. She retires 9. Mexico gets a big win here. And we start at bottom of the 3rd, and the top of the 4th also came to play a factor. And the bottom of the 4th inning, the 2 runs come in, and 2 tying run comes in here in the bottom of the 5th, and then 2 more for insurance. So comeback win, Mexico. Chihuahua defeats the Texas Thunderstix 5-3. That's going to do it for us here for our Day 2 coverage of the Pony International World Series. What an way to end Day 2 here. We started off with the finals of pool play and then bracket play. Chihuahua gets a big win here. 5-3 in comeback action. That's going to do it for us here from McAllen, Texas. This is Joe Bowling for Bert Ruiz and for Rudy Zamripa Jr. I'm Ruben Rodriguez saying so long and good night from McAllen Bicentennial Ballpark. Chihuahua gets a big win in comeback fashion, 5-3 to walk it off. We'll see you next time. We'll see you tomorrow for Day 3 of the Pony International World Series here on Real Sports Live. As always, stay safe. Good night, guys.